add in your enrollment number, and then hit Save. For the second AUSTRAC requirement, all agencies will be required to have a risk assessment in place. To get started, we'll click on the second tab. And if your agency already has one, we'll click Upload Your Own. Otherwise, we'll get started here. At this point, our system will ask you a series of questions that are tailored specifically to address the core factors and concerns of the AUSTRAC legislation and starter packs. They're also designed for your agency to have a general understanding and awareness of each risk factors. To start the process, we'll start by selecting our designated service, and our only option will be real estate. We'll select Next. Next, we'll be selecting the clients that you'll be acting as the buyer and seller agent of. So individuals, body corporates that include private and public companies, partnerships, trustees involved in family trusts, estates, or charities, associations such as syndicates, and government bodies. Next, we'll select the ways that you'll be interacting with your clients. Next, we'll be going through the designated service risk factors. These are inherent risks and scenarios that your agency could be vulnerable to whenever you're transacting with your clients. AUSTRAC has also assigned high, medium, and low risk ratings for each scenario and client, which you can determine at the top right of each options. So for the first scenario, if a property valued at $1.5 million or more and doesn't have any mortgages or lending institutions involved, is this a risk that your agency is willing to accept? If you select yes, then we'll move on to the next scenario. If a client presents you $50,000 or more cash in person, again, is this a risk that your agency is willing to take? If you select no, we'll provide you with a brief field, and you just have to provide a brief statement on how you would mitigate this risk. So for this example, I'll say, we only accept bank transfers. Just to conserve some time, I'll be selecting yes for the remaining options, but we'll also provide a brief example and context for each risk factor. So again, for virtual assets, that includes Bitcoin. And unusual service requests, this could be any operations that deviate from your standard business. Politically exposed people, these could be current or former government officials and their immediate relatives as well. Third party, that can include individuals who are unable to act for their property and might need a legal or financial representative or an enduring power of attorney to act on their behalf. Here, if your business operates outside of Australia, we'll also give you the option to select the country. And just like the risk factors, each country will also come with their own risk ratings from AUSTRAC as well. Now that we've completed the agency's risk assessment, we've been redirected to this page. This page serves as a summary and information center for all the choices you've previously selected. So if you need a reminder of a certain risk rating or terminology, you can always refer back to this page. Please note everything you've selected is not final, and you can always go back and edit your risk assessment by clicking here. Update your risk assessment, and we'll also have an audit trail for you to keep track of all the changes you've made, and the page will also be updated accordingly to your changes as well. Next, we'll move on to the third step, which will be creating your policy and process.